Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, and the fact that I wasn't around on Saturday, I was spending the entirety of today, as I'm recording this, just trying to get to Diamond 1. And I was in Diamond 2 all of today, and it took me 5 hours of matches, I think over 5 hours, closer to like 6 hours of matches, just to get from Diamond 2 to Diamond 1. Okay? Let me show you the match history. This is a small fraction of the games, but a lot of them look like this. Like this, right here. This right here. This little snapshot is exactly what it was like the entire day. It was lose, lose, win, win, lose, win, lose, win, 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 lose, lose, win, win, win. Down here, had a huge losing streak. Never actually demoted, but I was close. Had I lost this game, I would have. So there's that. And also went to 9 turns. Pretty interesting. But yeah, overall, very up in the air. And I would say that I am playing a tier 1 deck, or at the very least, one of the more competitive decks, right? I'm playing Tri-Brigade Lyrilisc. Maybe it's not like the perfect build, but the thing is, right now it's so hard to judge what to play. What cards should I play? Should I be playing more droplets, or should I actually be playing more cards like Infinite Impermanence so that I can prevent things like Flunder? Because, droplets doesn't really do a whole lot against Flunder if you get Dimension Shifted, so, there's that. Or, should I even be playing the maximum copies of Max C? Am I, again with Flunder, not really good against that. Should I be adding in DD Crow to hit Branded, right? Should I be preparing for Sword Soul and, main decking more like board breakers and the like? Or, should I be playing Lightning Storm to deal with more back row decks, right? And there are so many questions with what to put in your decks, and this goes into really the fact that I don't like the metagame right now. I think that the metagame is really unhealthy, and it sounds weird because there are so many decks that are really good, but I'm going to explain why, but I'm going to hop over to a tier list just to show you like what my thoughts are with how the metagame is shaping out. So I'm going to hop over to the tier list that we did not too long ago, and I'm just going to explain why it's not great. So, as we can see over here, honestly, there are a lot of top tier decks. Maybe Prank Kids isn't top tier, but it could be. But there are a lot of decks that can compete, right? Maybe you could say that none of these are actually tier 1 and everything is just tier 2 because they're not actually going to take up as many spots in tournaments or in the ladder and stuff like that. But semantics, right? These are the best decks. As you can see, there are a lot of them. I played against basically all of these. Like, I played against Phantom Knights. Except for Prank Kids, which is why I'm like, maybe not this one. I played against Branded. I played against Adamancipator. I played against Phantom Knights. I played against Tri-Brigade. Both Zodiac, the Lyrilisc stuff, and just regular Tri-Brigade. We played against Eldritch, Flunder, Sword Soul, Dragonlink. All of these decks I have played against, right? And the thing is, you have to prepare for each one individually, and differently, and with different cards, right? Sure, like, Droll and Knockbird's gonna be really good against Flunder and be absolutely dead against Eldritch, right? Or really bad against, like, Adamancipator. Or, you can have something like, you could have, like, DD Crow, again, as I mentioned, really, really good against Branded, really good against Dragonlink, not really so good against things like Sword Soul or Flunder or, heck, even Tri-Brigade. Like, yeah, it's kind of good, but not exceptional, right? And so this is where I think the problem stems from. When you have to plan, especially in best of ones, against so many top decks, it's kind of a problem. You're not able to really fight against them properly, so you could basically lose to just about anything. It's a lot more of a coin flip. And I would say that it is determined by the coin flip, but especially on the ladder, that's not the case. A lot of the other decks that you can see are things like Numeron or Luna Kaiju or what have you that are specifically designed to go second, right? So it's kind of up in the air even when you look at that. So all of this is to say that realistically, I am not a big fan of this meta. There is so much that you could just randomly lose to, and you can't prepare for all of it at all. You can't even prepare for like a fraction of it. And so I'm just kind of sad. and just disappointed. And I think this is why I've been so bored with Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late and wanted to do, or not Yu-Gi-Oh!, but more specifically this meta. Because it's just like, I want to do so much more. I want to like, there's so much more that I could do and I could play, even in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of just grinding, right? And I know you guys are like, oh, the rank doesn't matter. But it's like, I feel as someone who does this as a YouTuber, a Yu-Gi-tuber, that I feel like I need to have at least something to write home about, you know, to set myself apart. Hey, I get Diamond 1, that's what I do. This is why you can at least somewhat trust my opinions and, like, the way that I play the game, yada yada. My experience with this deck or the other. So it's more of like a, I need this to make sure that I know, hey, I'm able to do this. But yeah, I think I've heard a lot of other people talk about how the system, or more specifically like the meta, isn't really all that entertaining, especially with things like the Karyoshin control deck as well, just being absolutely everywhere. That's just, again, not very fun to play against. So yeah, hopefully Sprite tier meta comes sooner rather than later, or we actually get a ban list that does, like, anything. Please. Also ban floodgates, thank you. Yeah, this is just all that I wanted to talk about. I'm not really upset with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Metagame. I'm just kind of bored. There's so much that you just lose to, that grinding really sucks. Anyway, yeah, we'll be back on Monday, or today. Today, I'll probably be playing a scary game on stream. That's the idea. But yeah, happy Halloween. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.